A very warm welcome, children. We are in the third part of our lesson 2 is matter around us pure. In the previous class, we have discussed about elements, compounds, and how metals and non-metals react and what are the differences between them. Now we are going to learn in detail about solutions, suspensions and colloids. Before we discuss the word solution, suspensions and colloid, let us see that substance which is dissolved in a liquid to make solution is called solute, and the liquid in which a solute is dissolved is called solvent. For example, if you see a sugar solution, sugar you take in small quantity, we call it as dispersed particles, and the substances which are just solvents, that means in which we are dissolving, are called dispersion medium. Example, in sugar solution, sugar is dispersed particles and dispersed medium is water. And now let us learn in detail solution. A solution is a homogeneous mixture of two or more substances. For example, salt solution, sugar solution, vinegar, metal alloys such as brass and bronze and air. All these are the examples of solutions. As we have discussed before, there are two types of solutions: homogeneous solutions and heterogeneous solutions. Homogeneous solutions, those solutions which have uniform concentration throughout the solution, we call it as homogeneous solution. For example, take a small amount of sugar and dissolve in a water. Now you can see any part of the water has the same taste. That means it is an example of homogeneous solution. You take a small amount of clay and mix it in water. You can see different phases of colors and heavy particles get dispersed at the bottom. It is an example of heterogeneous mixture or heterogeneous solution. The property of solutions are: first one, a solution is homogeneous mixture. The size of the solute particles is very small and is less than 1 nanometer, that is equal to 10 to the power of minus 9 meters. The particles of a solution cannot be seen with the microscope. The particles of a solution should pass through the filter paper. The solutions are very stable. The particles of solute present in solution do not separate out. The true solution does not scatter the light. This is called, we just take an example of Tyndall effect. If you take a dense forest, you can see the sunlight enters into the dense forest only a very little. That means the substances which absorb the sunlight and does not allow it into the dense forest is an example of Tyndall effect. We have seen many types of solutions in our daily life. Example, solutions are also made up of solids, liquids and gases. For example, solid solutions are metal alloys are the solutions made up of solids and solids. Example, you take some amount of zinc powder and add copper. It is an example of solution of solid and solid. And brass is a mixture of molten zinc and molten copper. So this is how we prepare brass. Brass is an example of alloy which we make it to use for the pots which we store water. Solution of solids in liquids. We all know that. Just now I told you it is a very common type. Example, sugar solution, salt solution, tincture of iodine. Third type, solution of liquid in liquid. Vinegar is an example of liquid in liquid. For example, you add small amount of lemon water in water. Lemon juice in water. It is an example of solution, liquid in liquid. Solution of gas in a liquid. Soda water is a solution of carbon dioxide mixed in water. It is a gas in liquid type solution. Last one, solution of gas in gas. Air is a solution of gases like oxygen, argon, carbon dioxide and water vapor, etc. in nitrogen gas. Air is a mixture of several gases. Nitrogen is the solvent in air and other gases are solutes. Now we are going to the next part of a lesson, suspensions. Suspension is defined as a heterogeneous mixture in which small particles of a solid are spread throughout the liquid without dissolving in it. Example, chalk water mixture, muddy water, milk of magnesia, that means we use it for treating acidity, sand particles suspended in water, and flour in water. All these are examples of suspensions. Now we are going to learn about the properties of suspension. A suspension is a heterogeneous mixture. It has a size of the particles little bigger, that is 100 nanometers in diameter. The particles of a suspension can be seen easily. The particles of a suspension do not pass through the filter paper. A suspension can be separated by filtration. A suspensions are unstable. The particles of a suspension settle down after some time. A suspension scatters a beam of light passing through it. Now we are going to learn about the word colloid. Colloid is a kind of solution which contains dispersed phase and dispersed medium. For example, as I told you, you can take a nail polish solution. A dispersed phase is just dissolved in dispersion medium. You can learn about Tyndall effect here. See, now take a small beaker filled with water. Just now you pass the beam of light from one side of the glass beaker to the other side. You can see the beam of light is not visible inside the solution. This says that it is a true solution. Now take some amount of colloid solution and now pass the beam of light from one side of the glass beaker to the other side. You can see the beam of light is visible inside the colloidal solution such as soap solution. The examples of colloids are soap solution, starch solution, milk, ink, blood, jelly, solutions of synthetic fibers. See, colloidal solutions are also best examples of heterogeneous mixtures. The scattering of light by colloidal particles is called Tyndall effect. A true solution can be differentiated from an colloidal solution with the help of the Tyndall effect. I repeat, the scattering of light by colloidal particles is known as Tyndall effect. In a colloidal solutions, as the particles are big, so the particles are big enough to scatter the light. Whereas in true solution, the particles of the true solutions are very small, so the light does not get scattered. The particles in a true solution are not scattering the light due to the small size and the beam of light inside the true solution. Properties of colloids. Let us learn about properties of colloid. A colloid appears to be homogeneous, but actually it is heterogeneous. The size of the particle is bigger than true solution and smaller than suspension. That means colloid particle is in between true solution and suspension. That means its size is in between 1 nanometer and 100 nanometers. 1 nanometer is equal to 10 to the power of minus 9 meters. The particles of most of the colloids cannot be seen even with a microscope. The particles of a colloid can pass through filter paper. So colloid cannot be separated by filtration technique. The colloids do not separate out even you just keep it for a small amount of time without getting disturbed. How do you distinguish a colloid from a solution? Yes, you can separate by passing a light. So this is how a soap solution scatters a beam of light passing through it and the path is visible. The soap solution is a colloid. On the other hand, salt solution is a true solution. So the scattering of a beam of light passing through it does not come visible. Therefore, you can separate a colloid from a solution. Colloids are classified into many types. One of them is salts, solid salts, aerosols, emulsions, foams, solid foams, and gels. Let us learn all of them. A sol is a sol. Sol means solution, children. SOL. Sol is a colloid in which tiny solid particles are dispersed in liquid medium. Example: ink, soap solutions, starch solutions, and most of the paints. Solid solution. Solid solutions are in a colloid in which solid particles are dispersed in a solid medium. Example: colored gemstones like ruby. Aerosols. An aerosol is a colloid in which solid or liquid is dispersed in a gas. The examples of aerosols are hairspray, automobile exhaust, fog, mist, and cloud. Emulsion. An emulsion is a colloid in which minute means very small droplets of one liquid are dispersed in another liquid which is not dissolved or miscible in it. Example: milk, butter, face cream. Now foam. Foam is a colloid in which gas is dispersed in a liquid medium. The examples of foam are soap bubbles, shaving cream, beer foam. Next one, solid foam. The solid foam is a colloid in which gas is dispersed in a solid medium. The examples of solid foam are insulating foam, foam rubber, sponge, and bread. Gels. The gel is a semi-solid colloid in which there is a continuous network of solid particles dispersed in a liquid. The examples of gels are jellies, gelatin, and hairsprays. Here, so on the whole you can say there are 9 types of solutions, children. Colloids, that is solid in solids, solid in liquid, solid in gas, and liquid in solid, liquid in liquid, liquid in gas, gas in solid, gas in liquid, and gas in gas. You can see these examples in the textbook. Just have a note. I have given you a brief explanation within the examples. For example, the examples of solid, dispersed phase is solid and dispersed medium is liquid. Examples are ink, soap solution, starch solution. Most of them are paints. Next we have solid sol. Solid sol is the name. It contains solid as dispersed phase and solid as dispersion medium. Colored gemstones which we use for our rings. Aerosols. Aerosol is nothing but a solid substance dispersed in gas. Example: smoke and automobile extracts. So you can see these are the few examples which we see in our daily life. Children, now we are going to see about concentration of solution. A solution may have small amount of solute dissolved in its solvent. The concentration of a solution is the amount of solute present in the quantity. Next we will follow with the problems, children. Thank you. We'll meet with the next session.